Okay, I'm gonna do something different today. It was a day at work, if you get what I mean. It was a day. So normally when I get home from work, and if you guys didn't know, I'm a teacher. I'm a special ed teacher. I live in Northeast Ohio. And anyway, normally when I get home from work, I cook dinner right away most nights. My husband sometimes is home early, sometimes he's not. It's just hard to say. And most of the time, my child that actually lives at home, he is sleeping or working, and obviously I have one that's at Ohio State, so he's definitely not in the mix. Anyway, so today I'm going to do cabbage roll stew because I like it. I do it differently than a lot of people just because I want it to be a little bit more healthy. So I'm going to pause and get all my things out that I need to get. Okay, so I have everything I need. I'm going to put an onion and I'm going to chop it on this lovely, wonderful chopper. I have fresh headed cabbage. I have some celery. I have matchstick carrots just because I don't feel like cleaning and chopping and doing all that. I have a pound, and this is where I'm different than a lot of people. I have about a pound of ground chicken. Sometimes my body just does not like ground beef, so I just use ground chicken. I have fine garlic powder, fine onion powder, adobo seasoning, bay leaf, and Better Than Bouillon, the vegetable addition. Love the big cans from Costco because I do use all of the Better Than Bouillons in a lot of things. Can of choice is a humongous cast iron Dutch oven that I bought when I thought I was going to be able to do sourdough, but sourdough and I just don't seem to like each other. I can't get it down. I can't make it right. I don't know. But I'm going to use this because I love this pan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my chicken. I'm going to cook it in the cast iron. I put maybe a tablespoon, maybe two of olive oil just to make sure that it has something because chickens generally is less fatty than obviously beef. So there's not very much moisture that comes out of it. While I'm doing that, I'm going to, after I put that in, I'm going to watch that and make sure that it's all broken up really small. And then I'm going to start cutting up my vegetables. So that's in the pan and it's heating. I'm going to wash my hands real good. I'm also going to grab a bowl to put my vegetables in because I am going to start working on my vegetables. I'm also going to keep going over there and I'm going to keep watching and cutting up the, not cutting up, sorry. Like I said, it was a long day. Making sure that the ground chicken is minced. So, I don't get paid for any of this. Like, if I say I use a product and I do, I don't get paid for it. These are Cutco knives, and there's a story with my Cutco knives. So, my mother growing up, she's passed, gosh, it's almost been 18 years now. She grew up in Olean, New York. And Olean, New York is a very small town. One of the companies, the large companies that they have there is Cutco knives. They're the best knives ever. They just really are. You can buy a set, and I know they're uber expensive, but I do love my Cutcos. You can buy a set and you can continuously send it back to them and they will sharpen, they will fix, they will keep the knives as good as new. Like if this melts, they replace it. I mean, it's just wonderful. So yeah, my mother's best friend growing up, Marianne Litro, ended up marrying the owner, Eric Lane, of Cutco. I had to pay full price for my Cutcos. Actually, I think it was a wedding gift. I don't remember. Yeah, maybe it was. I've had them forever, but I absolutely love them. So I just mixed around my ground chicken and added some basic salt and pepper. Just whatever to taste. Unfortunately, I'm not a person that uses a lot of measurements. I just go with how I'm feeling. So right now I'm feeling a whole onion because I like onion a lot. And that's what I'm doing because this is going to probably end up being my lunch. Because it was really such a day at work that I don't think I want to eat dinner tonight. Just it was a day. Like every day. In a large urban Northeast Ohio district. It was a day. So, I got my onion chopped. I'm going to start working on my cabbage. I cook things that I like. I mean, I'll cook whatever, but I always want to make sure that I cook things that I'll actually eat. I'm not exactly a picky eater, but I am diabetic and have been for a long time. Probably type 1, but that was a long time ago. So I really try hard to eat healthy. That's another reason I subject my poor family to a lot of chicken. So that's about a half of this small head of cabbage. And it's chopped up thin. I wouldn't even know what to call it. It's not like, it's chopped. Not a lot of big pieces. I made sure of that. And my chicken's probably going to be just about done at this point, which is great. So I just took the chicken out of the pan. Put it on a plate. Put it off to the side. I'm adding probably a teaspoon more of oil because I want my onions and my cabbage to really cook down. So I have my temperature at medium-high heat for that. Now, I'm also going to add the carrots in. To be honest, I'm not feeling celery today. I'm just really not feeling the celery. So, yeah, I'm just not feeling it. No, we're not going to do celery. So I'll put all that away. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of adobo. Not a lot, just a little bit. Gives it a little something, something. I am not going to use the fine garlic. I'm actually going to use the jarlic. I just have to get it out of the fridge. So I'm going to season this up. I'm going to let it cook down. And I'm going to pause. Okay, so I guess I hit the wrong button. Trying to do it this way. I guess now you're going to have to figure out how to put two videos together. Should be fun. Anyway, so this is really cooked down, as you saw. I'm adding in my ground chicken. This thing is amazing. A creator that I watch a lot, Mississippi Queen. I mean, she uses it. She suggested it. I bought it, and she was right. It's just absolutely fabulous. It's purely fabulous. I love it. So what I'm going to do now, because I'm going to add my garlic now, I'm going to turn my temperature down because I don't want it to burn. Last thing you want is burnt garlic. It's bad. It's bad. Okay. Yes, you can see my big girl. Look at my big girl. Lacey's my big girl. That's my big girl. She's, I don't know, she's part Australian cattle dog, part German shepherd. She is my baby. So that's a big heaping tablespoon of garlic. Sometimes I add more. Maybe I'm gonna add a little bit more, maybe a teaspoon more, so a tablespoon and a half. Like I said, I'm really bad at like measuring things out. Like the total amount of cabbage and onion was 1 full onion. The cabbage was probably, after I chopped it all up, was probably about, oh, I'd say it was half a cabbage and probably 3 cups. But it's cooked down a lot. You can see it's cooked down a lot. Now, I have a can of diced tomatoes. I'm not trying to make this too hard. It's winter in Northeast Ohio. I don't have any more of my vegetables left. We used them all to make homemade sauce for Christmas Eve, and they're gone. So I usually, depending on how big of a batch of this I'm making, it's usually 1 can. This time I'm going to put 2 cans in, juice and all. Give that a good stir. That's why this spatula thing is amazing. I just love it. And it comes in a pack of 2. I'll actually put her link down below because she's a fabulous cook. And I'll link this too. Or you can go on my link tree, but I don't know if I have it on my link tree. Anyway, so that, I'm gonna turn up my heat just a little bit now because I'm going to add in my water. I add water first. After I add my water, then I'll know how much of this bad boy to add in. Okay, so I ended up adding in 6 cups of hot water from the tap. So 6 cups is going to be about 6 teaspoons. I'm not going to worry about exact measurements because I'm too tired. I'm too tired. It's 5:17. I'm too tired. So that's like 4 heaping teaspoons and 5 for good luck. And I always have this cooked down too. So I like it to cook down because it helps to bring all the color or the flavors together. Sometimes, depending on the flavoring, because I will test it later, I might add in some tomato paste just to give it a little something. I mean, I am half Italian, so I gotta, kind of making cabbage roll stew with a Italian flair. I don't know. Go figure. I'm 50% Italian and I'm 50% British. I don't know what that makes me. I'm whatever. Then I'm gonna add in 2 bay leaves, and I'm gonna literally. Why do they do that? It's a bay leaf. Why? Why do they have this? I don't understand. So, 1 bay leaf. That is not even considered a half a bay leaf. Oh my God. Did I get all the old bay leaves broken? There, 2 bay leaves. Gonna let it simmer. I'm on medium-low heat. Give it another quick stir, and I'm gonna let it simmer. I'll come back probably in about a half an hour, see how it tastes, see how it looks, and I will go from there with the seasoning. I'll let you guys know, because now I'm going to try to figure out how I can join 2 videos. There's got to be a way. I mean, it's technology, right? There's got to be a way. I'll figure it out. But that is my lunch for the good chunk of the week and my husband's. It's cabbage roll stew, but just as it will cook down, so the flavors will intensify. And I've seen people put rice in it. I don't want rice. I'm diabetic. That would spike my blood sugar. And I've also seen people make almost like a vegetable roux after their vegetables are cooked down, adding some flour and making a roux so that it thickens it a little bit. I don't want to do that either because flour, blood sugar. bane of my existence. All right, so I'm going to let this go, and I'm going to go figure out how I can do this.